There we go. All right. Good evening, everybody. It is Monday night here at the BTA Network. Because it's Monday night, it's time for Monday Mayhem. As you can see on my sign over here. Anyway, I'm your host for tonight. I am Oddball Extreme, and I'm currently joined on the line by two of my crazy cohorts. First, to my left, we have our resident Joker, Mike. Hello, Mike.
Hello, happy Monday.
And below me is our tiny Oreo, Janet. Hello, Janet.
I wish I had some tiny Oreos to go with some milk in the morning. Hello.
One time I ate Oreos for breakfast, and I paid the price for it. I
Uh,
got.
let's just say
I
you
got sick.
visited the throne room.
Yeah, I got sick.
Yeah.
That's why I
And yet
never
you
get.
can do chocolate checks. And yet you can do chocolate checks.
Well, that's because chocolate Chex is gluten free.
Well, this was before you knew you were gluten intolerant.
Right. Okay. What's going on here?
I don't
Yes,
know.
I'm
You
sorry.
tell me.
I don't know. You tell me. You ever get corn and I don't care.
Give me cracked corn and I do care.
Do you ever get corn? This just
Oh, there
in.
was this gal on Let's Make a Deal.
Uh huh.
It was from earlier in the year.
Mm-hmm.
She was in the military. And the Who's Line cast went to perform for the soldiers,
Mm-hmm.
and she was in that crowd of soldiers.
Hmm. Nice.
And she was so happy that she saw um, the Who's Line cast.
That's good.
Ooh, do you have an Outback Steakhouse, Shirley?
Yes.
Well, let's just hope yours isn't one of the ones to close.
Ooh. Yeah, I may have to
To
check
close
on that.
locations in 8 states by
Hmm.
2024.
Let's see. Well, I have an Outback not far from my job, so I'd have to check.
I think the only Outback Steakhouse we have is now closed. I don't think we have any
Yeah.
left.
Okay. I'll definitely have to look into
Walmart's
that.
opening a food court.
Well, I guess it depends because, some Walmarts, they have enough room to make a food court. So,
Yeah, we don't have a
Oh,
Outback Steakhouse anymore.
yeah, let me
yeah.
see.
Oh, now get this. Mind if I read this article?
Go ahead.
This is ElPasoNY.com.
Okay.
Golden Arches out. Gourmet hoagies in. Walmart's new food lineup. If you've been to a Walmart recently, you might have noticed that the familiar golden arches are missing. That's because Walmart is moving on from McDonald's in many of its stores and welcoming new fast food partners, including some exciting new and trendy names that are shaking up the in store dining experience.
Hmm.
And I'm just going to rattle off the names. I'm not going to read each individual,
Okay.
but the one is Nucky's Hoagies.
I like that one.
Nucky's
Nucky's
Hoagies.
Hoagies. I like that. That's good.
Alumni Cookie Dough. Okay. Now, I'm just going to give you the locations of where Nucky's operates in 14 Walmart locations across 6 states, including Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Oklahoma, and Texas. So it's kind of like Bucky's in that
Okay.
it's specialized.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Local news reports show the Outback locations in Florida, Iowa, Illinois, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and the last remaining Hawaii and New Hampshire spots recently closed. Additionally, Bonefish Grill locations in New Jersey and Virginia recently closed, as well as Carrabba's in Virginia and at least 3 New York restaurants. But here's the interesting thing: Blue and Brands, which is the brand behind Outback Steakhouse and all of them, they're going to open 45 new restaurants in the coming year.
Yeah, but is it here in the States or overseas?
Probably here in the states. As I don't know of any. I don't know of any Outback Steakhouse overseas personally. So I don't know. All right. So anyway, let's see. This one could.
Nucky's?
this was completely under the radar yesterday. We forgot all about the Little League World Series.
Oh, really?
Yes, because that was going on. That was actually going on while the Olympics were going on. So we had forgotten all about it. But anyway, um, the team from Lake Mary, Florida, defeated Chinese Taipei 2-1 in the championship game yesterday. And here's the
How
fun.
many innings, though?
It went into extra innings. What is it? I think it's 7 that's in a regular Little League game. It went to 8. But here's what's interesting.
Almost a full game.
Yeah,
Almost a full regular baseball game.
right. But you see, a Little League game is only 7 innings. So, but here was the interesting part. There was a local station from Florida down up at Williamsport, and they watched the actual play of the winning run coming in. So it's like
I bet you there was a bunch of elementary school kids happy
Oh yeah,
from 5 to about 10:10.
yeah. I believe. Let's see. I think no, it's not 5. I think it's like 8 to 13. I think. Yeah, I don't think they do it at 5.
Yeah. But you know what? It teaches sportsmanship,
Oh, absolutely. There's that.
team spirit.
Yeah, there was that one time like a couple of years ago where one team had won on a home run, but the poor pitcher is like, oh man, it's all my fault. You know what happened? First base, the guy was on first base. He came up and hugged the pitcher of the
Yeah.
opposite opposing team. That's what I call good sportsmanship right there.
Yeah. And I have seen a shot of a little league team losing,
Mm-hmm.
and the losing team got pissed.
Hmm. Yeah. No,
I've
wait a
got to
minute.
keep
No, it
this.
wasn't a home run. The pitcher had hit the batter. A ball. He had hit the batter, not intentionally, mind you. It was not intentional. He felt absolutely miserable about it. The pitcher, but the boy went to first base. He came over to the pitcher, gave him a hug. It's like, hey, it was an accident. I know it was. Don't worry about it. And it's like it became such a highlight that year. So
Hey, whatever works for them.
yeah, because he realized he realized the pitcher did not mean to do it. So, but I'm just glad that you know there was a Little League World Series, so that was good to be there. All
Yeah.
right, let's see. In the meantime, I had posted something in the BTA group earlier, and this is gonna make you mad, okay? Former employees at a Gwinnett trampoline park that shut down. Yeah, they got two nasty prices. First, it surprisingly shut down, and second, the final checks they got bounced.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I hope they catch the bastards.
Well, here's the story about that. This is out of Gwinnett County, Georgia. After a popular trampoline park in Gwinnett County shut down, former employees say their final checks bounced as the owner faced eviction after a lawsuit was filed against him months earlier. The Urban Air Park location on Scenic Highway near Snellville closed its doors in early August to the surprise of the mostly teenage employees who worked there. For my very first job, I didn't expect it, said 15-year-old Morgan Moore, who worked at the location on Scenic Highway as a summer job. When she deposited her final paycheck on August 13th, her mom said it bounced a few days later. Let's see. It wasn't just
I
my...
hope they catch that bastard.
Well, hold on. It wasn't just my kid, her mother Tisha Ford told Gwinnett County Bureau Chief Matt Johnson. Almost every child's check bounced. It's like they just didn't care. Marcella Edwards said her 16-year-old daughter worked at the Urban Air location since January. Her final paycheck bounced as well, she said. She was really, really hurt, said Edwards. She worked the entire summer, saving up for back-to-school shopping. Channel 2 Action News sent multiple emails to the owner, Gregory Wright Jr., but have not been answered. According to court records, the property owner of the shopping center, Scenic Capital LLC, sued White and two family members in June. The complaint for this, oh goodness, hope I can say this, dispossessory, that's a tough one, states that White defaulted on the commercial lease. Documents showed he was facing eviction prior to the business closing in early August. Parents of affected former employees say they haven't been given any explanations or any reassurances that their kids will be paid. Tisha Ford said the check bouncing led to overdraft fees for her daughter's bank account. He needs to compensate the children, said Ford, not only for the funds that they worked for, but also for the delinquent bounces that
I'll be
occurred.
right back.
Okay. A spokesman for Urban Air said that the location is individually owned and operated. Court documents indicate that attorneys for the property owner had difficulty reaching White after the lawsuit was filed. Parents say there's no excuse for their children not being paid. With these checks bouncing, said Edwards, that is definitely unacceptable. A handwritten close sign on the door of the location offers apologies for the inconvenience.
Those kids probably busted their asses all fucking summer long.
Yeah, and there's Sajo in the chat. Hey, Sajo. There's a man from the Bronx. But, hey, hang on just a second. Let me mute my mic for just a second. There we go. It's nice I can use my device to turn down my TV. That is so helpful. Well, let's see.
Yeah, but
go ahead.
They have been working their asses off.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Yeah, this is not
doing
fair
the
to those
right
kids.
thing. Doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
To earn the money, earn their own pocket money.
Yeah, they want to be able to earn their own money. Be proud of earning the money by working. But apparently this owner doesn't care.
I hope they catch that bastard.
Yeah.
And do some very unpleasant things to him.
Yeah.
Like hang him upside down by his you-know-what.
Well, maybe not go that far, mind you, but...
Hey, I'm trying to be nice here.
I know, but at least punish the guy, because that's wrong. I mean... One, I don't even know how long the place was in business, so... But still, that's not right. Those kids deserve to get paid. They need to find the guy, and he needs to compensate them, because all their parents are upset that these kids worked hard to earn the money.
Yeah, just like that one girl who was going to use her paycheck to get school supplies with.
Right, exactly. She wanted to buy it herself.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, that's just wrong. Let's see.
You know, it'd be like you working for Herff Jones for 20 or 30 years.
Yeah.
And they unexpectedly go bankrupt. And they don't pay you thousands that they owe you.
Yeah. Well, thankfully, in my case, it did. I got the severance pay, so I didn't have to
But
worry.
I'm just throwing numbers out there.
Oh, I know. That's fine. Okay, here's something interesting. Sometimes you go to a restaurant, they have this thing called the chef special. Guess what? According to one chef, don't order it. Okay.
Why?
I'm going to tell you why in a second. So, there's nothing like quite sitting back and browsing through the menu when you are ready to wolf down a slap-up meal, is there? A sharing platter to start things off? Absolutely. Followed by a few of those fancy-sounding sides? Why not? But according to this chef, there's one part of the menu which you want to avoid at all costs when dining out. Dennis Chan is a whiz in the kitchen who boasts a culinary arts degree from the Culinary Institute of America, has a cookbook under his belt, and now runs his own eatery in Jacksonville, Florida, so he knows his stuff. And generously, the executive chef who owns Pan-Asian restaurant Blue Bamboo enjoys sharing the tips and tricks he has learned along the way on social media with us lucky lot too. So even though Dennis did all the legwork, we all get the benefit from his inside knowledge. Happy days. So anyway, In one of his TikTok videos, rather than detailing a tasty new recipe, the chef decided to enlighten us about what protocols people in the food industry tend to follow while eating out themselves. As you can deduce, it's a bit of a best man's holiday for a chef when he visits a restaurant. And this is why, according to Dennis, the chefs tend to follow a few cardinal rules when eating elsewhere. For example, the Florida-based foodie never orders a steak in a restaurant simply because he is great at making one himself, so he sees it as a waste. Dennis also makes a great point when he explained that chefs will never order seafood in the middle of a country either, adding, "We don't know where it comes from and it can't be local." That's true. We never order.
Well, the only exception to that rule is the Gulf Coast oysters in New Orleans.
Yeah, or anything like over in Chesapeake Bay. They can catch everything local right there.
Yeah, and the oysters are fresh. You know that the
Mm-hmm.
oysters they catch out of the Gulf are fresh that morning.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Okay. We never order grilled chicken, he continued. First of all, it's not good value. Second, it's a fine line between being cooked perfectly and being overcooked, which is true. Alright, he went on to warn diners never to order anything Alfredo as well, explaining that unless you're in Italy, the sauce that has most likely come out of a bag. Yum. Let's see, was that you, Mike, that said you came back?
Yeah.
Okay, well, welcome back. But the
Thank
most
you.
shocking revelation which Dennis made is about what chefs consider dodgy territory on the menu, as they know the real reason behind why that dish has been put there. He explained, "We never order the chef special. We know that the chef special is something that the chef has to get rid of. So when you're weighing up the options, just know that the dishes listed under the chef specials probably aren't specifically recommended or highlighted by the person cooking it like you might have presumed." Dennis explained that the video was tongue-in-cheek and he still does order all the things when he's out, but the purpose of the clip was to enlighten others who aren't armed with the same information he is. Gordon Ramsay previously dropped some advice about how to navigate a menu too, warning that suspicious boasts and lengthy lists of specials are immediate red flags to him. But between Dennis and Gordon, I'm sure we will all be well versed in which bits of the menu not to touch with a barge pole soon enough. So
Barge pole, like what they do in Italy
yeah.
on the boats.
Yep, exactly. So that's kind of interesting.
Well, I don't go out that much anymore, so
Right. I don't go out very often myself because let's face it, you see, I'm in an area where I work, I've got about 50 restaurants all nearby me, okay? But the thing is, here's the thing. Let's see, there's some places I eat out, I can't eat because it's all fried food or, they've got gluten, I can't really eat that. And the biggest thing is cost. Because let's say, the one thing I different like is yummy yaki. Here's why. One day I ordered like the mixed up, and I made sure it said, please no soy sauce, make sure it's white rice, and so forth. It was great. The catch was, it was so large, I split that thing into 3 meals.
that's what you do with a double order of Chinese from Panda Express.
Mm-hmm. Well, in my case, it was so big, I made it 3 dishes. So, now, the whole thing is $15.99, but splitting into 3 days, that was worth that $15.99.
It was roughly $5 a day for meals
Yep, exactly.
if you split it 3 ways.
Right. And that was perfect because I felt like I cannot eat all this in one sitting. Seriously.
Unless you want to go to bed and get sick to your stomach.
Right. But that's the thing. If you're trying to be careful what you eat when you eat out, if you can, split it. That way,
Well,
you don't have to feel like you have to eat it all in one sitting.
yeah. Or if you must order big, start with a salad. Start with a salad and order the dressing on the side.
Right.
Do not and that way you could dip your salad.
Exactly.
Mom taught me that. Mom taught me that.
Yeah, it's like me when I would eat French fries, I would have like a little thing of ketchup or barbecue sauce, simple dip. Because one dip for me puts enough flavor. I'm good with it. But that's just me. You know, some people, they want it drenched in ketchup. Me, I don't. It doesn't take that much to make me happy. But you know, another thing, when you go to all these buffet places, what do I do? What I do is I don't go big like some people. You know how some people they love to make their plates like this high up and they don't bother eating it all?
I'll give you an example of that from the Red Dragon, Shirley. Last time I went to the Red Dragon, I saw this one guy come back to his table. He had um all all kinds of rice, chicken dishes, beef, broccoli,
Mm-hmm.
you name it.
Yeah, well,
And
me,
and and I watched him leave, and he left half of it on his plate.
yeah, that's what I don't like about buffets. But what I do is I always go small. I was like, I know I'm gonna eat this. Now, if I want to go back for something else, I want to try to get something different. I don't want to get the rice again. You see, one important thing for those of you who have to watch your carbs, never ever have rice and potatoes at the same time. That's too many carbs. I always tell
Oops.
I have to tell that to mom sometimes because she says, "Do you want potatoes?" I said, "Mom, I can't. I've got the rice. It'll be too many carbs." See, that's my deal. I have to be since I have to be careful anyway. I try not to eat potatoes and rice together. If I'm gonna have the rice, I can't have the potatoes. If I have the potatoes, I can't get the rice because it'd be too much. That's for me though, as a diabetic. Now, you know, some people they can. I'm not one of them. So sorry, folks.
Hey, don't apologize. You're looking after you.
Right. Uh, well, let's see. On a personal note, I got to visit my great niece for the first time on Saturday, and she's so cute. Now, I'm not gonna put the picture up because you know that's a personal thing. But
If
I will tell you
if you
this,
want to see it, ask Shirley.
or I'll have to ask my niece first. But
Oh, Shirley,
yes.
what about those ones you posted?
What are you
I'm
talking
not going to
about?
say where.
No, if that was on Messenger, that's not everywhere, so that's okay.
Your mom looks so cute cuddling her granddaughter.
Actually, it's great granddaughter.
That was so cute. It's like,
Yeah.
hello.
Yeah, it's like yeah, she's 6 weeks. Martha is 6 weeks old, and oh, she's so cute.
Did she fuss much while you were
Maybe just a little bit, but not too much.
well, probably getting a bit tired of all the attention you guys are giving her?
No, I mean at one point, you know, she was sleeping comfortably in my arms, and she was sleeping in mom's arms. But
I swear, your mom looked like she was going to fall asleep.
she was just keeping a good eye on the little one. So, and speaking of which, my nephew and my older nephew and his wife, guess what? They're gonna have their baby sometime in the next like maybe 2 to 3 weeks. So,
Oh, geez. A great grandma all over again, huh?
yep, uh huh.
Well, you know what?
But
It's good that Audrey and your nephew and everybody has a good support system.
oh yeah. Oh, let's see.
You know,
Mhm. Oh yeah, a little bit of sad news to report around here. During a Friday night football game, one a quarterback got injured on the play, and unfortunately, he died later at the hospital.
heart problems,
We don't
heart
know.
injury.
We don't know. He got all I know is that he took a hard hit. I probably feel bad for the person who did the hard hit because it was probably an accident. He never meant to do it. You know what I mean?
It could have been a hidden health problem, too.
Yeah, that's true too. But unfortunately, he now at first it was reported he died right there Friday night, but I think the real report finally came on sometime on Saturday or Sunday that he actually passed away from his injuries. But he was only 16.
Sounds like a hidden injury to me.
And it could
You
have
know, a
been.
hidden health
Yeah,
problem.
it could have been. We'll just have to wait and see. Wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's see. Oh yeah, Sid Udy, aka Sid Vicious and Psycho Sid from the WWE/WWF, has passed away, and he was only 63.
What killed him? His wrestling?
Nope, cancer actually. All right, so word is spreading online this afternoon that former WCW and WWE star Sid Udy has died. The man who won the then WWF belt as Psycho Sid and the WCW World title as Sid Vicious was 63 years old. His son Gunnar posted the sad news on his Facebook page, saying that his father lost his battle with cancer. In memory of my father, Sid Udy. Dear friends and family, I am deeply saddened to share that my father, Sid Udy, has passed away after battling cancer for several years. He was a man of strength, kindness, and love, and his presence will be greatly missed. We appreciate your thoughts and prayers as we grieve this loss. Details for a memorial service will be shared soon. Thank you for your support. Sincerely, Gunnar Udy. PW Insider later confirmed. A true heavyweight, let's see, a true heavyweight billed at 6'9" and more than 300 pounds, Udy started out in the last days,
Shit.
on the last days of the Territories era, working in North America and Japan, wow, in the late 1980s. He started working as Sid Vicious before joining WCW in 1989, where he spent some time as a Four Horseman before leaving for WWE in 1991. There he wrestled at Sid Justice and feuded with Hulk Hogan before leaving after a failed drug test and disagreements about his booking in a program with Ultimate Warrior. He briefly returned to WCW, then wrestled for Jerry Lawler in Memphis. In 1995, he was back with WWE, first as Sid Justice, before adopting the Psycho Sid name. Under that gimmick, he won the WWF Championship twice, once from Shawn Michaels and once with a Steve Austin assist from Bret Hart. Sid left while dealing with a neck injury and eventually made his way back to WCW. In 1999, he played the Millennium Man and won the United States title and lost a feud with Goldberg. The following year, after ditching the turn of the century gimmick, Udy won the WCW World title from Kevin Nash. His career almost came to an end when he suffered a gruesome leg break during a four-way pay-per-view title match in January of 2001. Despite later indications he'd be limited in the use of his leg for the rest of his life, Udy recovered to where he made brief runs internationally and for indie promotions and guest appearances for WWE until 2017. Sid had been married since 1983. He and his wife had two sons. He was an avid softball player, even considering leaving wrestling to play full-time in the late 1990s. On behalf of the entire Cage Side Seats community, we extend our condolences to Sid's friends and family. So, oh yeah, now I look at him, I recognize him now. I couldn't tell it was him.
When you mentioned Sid Vicious, I thought he was that punk singer.
Nah, not quite. Now, let's see. Oh, it's me. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, I look at his face like, I remember him now.
I never was into wrestling, guys.
I'll admit, I was when I was a kid. But after about the 90s, I started growing out of it. Ooh, excuse me. And something I just discovered recently that I never knew about. Jesse Ventura, of course, he was a wrestler. He was also the governor of Minnesota at one point. I found out something interesting. Someone asked him why they have not unionized the wrestlers, and he had considered making a union with it. Guess who the union buster was? Hulk Hogan. He went and told Vince McMahon, and Vince McMahon got Jesse Ventura fired. So, I did not know that. I really did not know that.
You learn something new every day.
Yep, exactly. Oh yeah, got a bit of a reminder. Next Monday, September 2nd, is Labor Day. Since it's a holiday, we're not going to have a show. But to make up for it,
What?
we are going to have a show on Tuesday the 3rd.
Is it going to be a Monday show on Tuesday?
Yeah, we'll just make it like that. Right, sounds good to you, Mike?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's fine.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me, too.
Yeah, besides, Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, I got dual links anyway. I'm really starting to get
Yeah,
back into it a bit again.
So it's tomorrow?
No, Wednesday.
Oh, that's right. Today's Monday. Damn it.
Hey, Janet. Porn
What?
stars. If you miss Friday's show, you'll have to look at that.
Hey, it was supposed to come out Pawn Stars.
But
Hey,
oh, you have me cracking
to
up.
quote my T-shirt, I'm sorry for what I said while I was sleepy.
But that's right, folks. If you miss Friday's show, go back to it. Trust me, you'll be breaking up laughing hard.
Well, I laugh hard about it.
Yeah.
Hey, if you can't laugh at yourself, why live?
Okay, now I'm gonna get to not quite politics, but it's got to do with TV ratings. Okay, it's not it's not a fancy thing. Turns out the DNC, the Democratic National Convention, the night Kamala Harris on night 4 when she gave her acceptance speech, more than 28 million people watched it on television. And
That's
then,
not counting the people who were at the actual DNC.
yeah, but and we're talking about TV though. And
Right.
And another thing is, over 20 million more viewed it online. So we're talking 48 million people.
Yeah.
It was
And the funeral didn't have that many people.
No, I'm not gonna lie. This has to do with ratings, not necessarily politics. But Democratic National Convention blew the Republican National Convention out of the water.
Yeah, it
Especially,
surely knows what I mean when I mention funeral.
yeah. But I will tell you this right now: if you get a chance, watch the absolutely fun roll call of the states on the DNC. It turned into an absolute street party.
Sheesh.
That was good though. That was actually good.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, like I said, this is about ratings. This is not about politics in this case.
Mm.
But most people. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't watch these things because they're so boring. But this time now, I'm like, wow. I guess they made this a lot more fun. And and even Kenan Thompson showed up with did a comedy skit. So
That's my dad. I liked that.
yeah, Gus Waltz, Tim
That's
Waltz's
my
son.
dad.
Now, I'm gonna try to stay away from politics on this as much as I can, but there are some people who basically picked on Gus because of his reaction. But they didn't realize that Gus is neurodivergent. In other words, he has several different conditions. Like, I think it's ADHD. I think he's autistic. I'll have to double check on that. He's got some sort of number thing. Now, a lot of people are also saying, why is Tim Waltz pulling Gus over? Well, here's the thing. When you have these neurological conditions, concentration is difficult, especially when you've got thousands upon thousands of people, right?
Right.
So I think all Tim was trying to do was just make sure that Gus was gonna be okay. That's why he kind of. But some people say, "Oh, you're embarrassing Gus." It's like, no, he's just making sure Gus is safe. Huge difference.
Well, you want to know something? Going by the way he he reacted. He's a lot more mature than a lot of the adults on the
Mm-hmm.
other side.
That's true. I mean, they already said they're not going to touch Barron Trump because he's now. Of course, he's 18 now, but they still don't want. They still don't like the idea of involving him. Because he hasn't done
Yeah,
anything.
they don't want the wrath of daddy, do they?
No, they just don't want to. No, they don't like the idea of involving kids, no matter what. Because when let's see, what was it? When Barron Trump got picked on, his one of his biggest supporters was Chelsea Clinton.
Yeah, because she got picked on when her daddy was in office.
Right. That's always a problem when you've got children, in the White House. They tend to get picked on because when
They're
Nixon,
targeted. They're targeted.
Yeah, when Nixon was forced to resign, his kids had to put up with being picked on. It's like it's not their fault; it's their dad's fault.
Really?
Because that's the thing. I feel like it's like there may be people I'm not a fan of, but if there are kids involved, I'm staying away from the kids because they got nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I will not.
It's not exactly a kid. But what about Jimmy Carter's brother?
Hmm.
The inventor of Billy Beer?
Oh. Well, I don't see anything wrong with that. But
Poor Jimmy Carter had to be embarrassed by that a-hole. But anyway, let's get away.
Yeah. Like I said, this was about ratings, not politics. So, that's what
right.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Excuse me.
Let's see. Oh yeah, the Paralympics are underway, or almost underway in Paris. Because the Paralympics always take place after the regular Olympics.
Right. And I got to it. Okay, what the hell?
What happened?
Got to admire those people who are in the wheelchair, have the artificial legs, etc.
Mm-hmm.
You got to admire their guts.
Yeah, because they don't want they're telling the world, hey, I'm not going to stop just because I don't have a full leg or I'm stuck in a wheelchair, right? They're not going to.
Yeah, reminds me of those stories we read on Monty Robo and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well here's something interesting that became aware of today. Back in the 80s, there was a show called You Can't Do That on Television.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, guess what? The host...
They did that on television. Yeah. They did do that on television.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Christine McGlade, who was basically the host for a long time, she's 61 years old. She was born 61 years old yesterday. Now, here's the thing. She's a Canadian digital designer and strategist, executive, and professor, as well as a former television producer and children's television host. McGlade is best known for her long run as host of the internationally popular kids sketch comedy TV program You Can't Do That on Television, which aired on the CTV television network in Canada and Nickelodeon in the United States. She was with the show from its very beginning as a local television show on Ottawa, Ontario television station CJOH-TV in 1979 until partway through the 1986 season. In 1985 and 86, Alistair Gillis was her co-host. She also served as host for Whatever Turns You On, the short-lived spin-off that aired on CTV in the fall of 1979. For 9 years, McGlade was the director of interactive at Ontario's public educational television network, TV Ontario. During her tenure there, she was the executive in charge of production for TVO on successful and well-known transmedia projects such as Inside Disaster, Chocolocate, and Green Heroes. She has also worked on social issues as director of interactive for Canada's largest volunteer network, GetInvolved.ca. McGlade was a senior partner at communications firm Q Media Solutions. She is the founder and senior partner of Analytical Engine Interactive Incorporated, a service design and digital strategy consultancy, and is a lecturer teaching digital strategy, data analytics, and visualization at OCAD University, and design and communications at Humber, I hope I pronounced that right, Humber College, Centennial College, and Sheridan College. In other words, she's a real she's done a lot since her days on You Can't Do That on television.
She is great.
Yep, she
And
is.
it's nice to know she still has it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Excuse me.
It's kind of like locally, it's a teacher.
Yeah.
She had been working as a teacher's, I think, I can't remember if it was a cafeteria worker or a teacher,
Mm-hmm.
but her kids loved her and she was retiring.
Mm-hmm.
So they gave her this big retirement party.
Yeah, I was like that when they do that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stories about that. And by the way, you remember what Christine McGlade's nickname was?
What?
Moose.
Moose.
Yep, she was known as Moose.
How did she get the nickname of Moose?
I don't know. It's a good question. It was probably something within the show. So.
Oh, how many of you guys have heard of the movie Cool World
Yes.
with Kim Basinger and Brad Pitt?
Yep.
Well, I did not know this till I was looking at the closing credits. There was that was listed as interrogator.
Mm-hmm.
There was two names for interrogator. And I look and I go, Maurice LaMarche?
Oh,
You
sure.
know him, right, Shirley?
Oh yeah.
Maurice LaMarche?
Yeah, he's the best. He's a great voice. He's an incredible voice actor.
Well, didn't he have anything to do with like Warner Brother cartoons?
He was the brain on Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah. But it was interesting to see Cool World again. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't watch it all the way through because it was about as crazy as what's that one movie? Heavy Metal.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the effects in Heavy Metal.
Yeah. I'm just checking something. Going to the Dragon Con list. Because, yes, I'm going to be at Dragon Con. But only for one day this year. I'm not going for 5.
Well, as long as you get what you want.
Mm-hmm. And the one thing I can't wait for, I'm going to have a photo op with the one person I've been wanting to meet for 18 years. Greg Grunberg.
So you've been wanting to meet him since you were 30.
No, 2006. I was... Let me see. I started in 2006. I was about 31, 32 at the time.
Hey, I was close.
Yeah. But yeah, he was also one of my favorite Star Wars characters. Snap Wexley. Oh, snap.
Was he one of...
He was one of
Who,
the...
where did the origin of the term "oh snap" come from?
I don't know, but... Let's see. Yeah, he's still in, I think. Let me go down to the list of the canceled. Let me see. Cancellations. Let's see. The most notable ones. Freema Agayaman, she's out. Marv Wolfman is out.
Who? Who, Gaiman?
Freema Agayaman, from Doctor Who. She was Martha.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But anyway.
Let's see. Marv Wolfman is out. Chloe Bennett from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., she's out. Let's see. Jack Coleman from Heroes, he's out, but I already met him, so I'm good. Jim Shooter, he is one of the most well-known comic book artists. He's out, so.
Yeah. I wish Marv Wolfman would have been there.
Yeah, he had to cancel, but but hey, things happen, unfortunately.
Right.
It's like I remember one year I was getting ready to see Stephen Amell at Dragon Con. He had to cancel out, but I was never upset about it. It's like, okay, probably the show probably Arrow needed him at the time. So, because I understand how these things work. Some people are like, no, why do they keep canceling? It's like, look, sometimes they get called back for like little reshoots and things, and that's okay. I never get upset when they have to cancel because let's see. Oh,
Yeah,
what? Oh,
go
several.
ahead.
Yeah, several of the actors from Lord of the Rings are going to be there. Elijah Wood will be there.
Wasn't he Frodo?
Yep,
The
he was Frodo.
okay.
Let's see, Ming
Frodo
Na.
and
Yeah.
who did Bilbo Baggins? Who was Bilbo Baggins?
Uh, I cannot remember. The younger Bilbo, of course, that was Martin Freeman, but he's not going to be there. Let's see, Ming Na Wen. She's going to be there. She was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but she's also the voice of Mulan. She was also Fennec Shand in both The Mandalorian and The Book of Boba Fett. So, whew.
Anyway,
Let's see. Alan
uh,
Tudyk will be there. I like Alan Tudyk. He's one very funny actor. Let's see.
but a lot of people as, tend to forget that um, the actors, especially some of the actors. I'm not saying all of them are lumped, but
Yeah.
a lot of the actors tend to forget that the people help. The people help make the stars' careers.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Oh,
You
excuse me.
know,
I had to adjust my fan because I'm getting a little warm. Let's see. Oh, wow. Aaron Stanford,
what?
American actor known for his roles as Pyro in X2, X-Men The Last Stand, and, ready for this? Deadpool and Wolverine.
What role did he do in Deadpool and Wolverine?
Pyro, he was in that in X2 and X-Men The Last Stand.
Oh yeah, Pyro. He lights up his fingertips.
Yep, exactly. Let's see. Catherine Tate, aka Donna Noble, she's gonna be there.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me. And I've got my schedule for the photo ops. My only thing is I've got two that are awfully close to each other.
Yeah.
So I make sure Jodie Whittaker's still in here. Let's see, Watkins.
Yeah.
Yep, Jodie Whittaker. Of course, I've got to find that.
Okay.
I've got to find my 13th Doctor's sonic screwdriver because I know I've got it somewhere. I've got to find it. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Wow. Somebody's mad at somebody.
Oh,
I'm
oh,
watching Trouble Busters.
okay. Oh, listen to this one. Pizza delivery driver returns to elderly customer's house with lawnmower after noticing tall grass.
Yeah, oh, I read that.
Yeah, this is a good stuff.
She was unable to do her own lawn.
Yeah. So, yeah. Good deed delivery. Alright, so this is out of Barberton, Ohio. So, a pizza delivery man in Ohio took it upon himself to help an elderly customer. James Dunn, a driver for East of Chicago Pizza in Barberton, was delivering pizza to an elderly customer when he noticed the grass was getting tall. Dunn later brought back his own lawnmower and cut the grass, whacked and trimmed the hedges in the customer's yard. Morning Glory Landscaping and Cleanouts also lent a helping hand by picking up the debris and brush that was left after James cut it down. And that's all the story, but still, that's good.
Oh, what was it I saw? This elderly man got fined because he was unable to clear the weeds in his front yard,
Uh-huh.
and the HOA got on his ass. And he still had to pay. And his son offered to clean up the mess, but no, they wouldn't allow it.
Oh, brother. See, that's the thing. There are some HOAs that are shitty like that, and there's some other ones that are good.
We have a somewhat stickler of an HOA
Yeah.
because this is before the neighbor moved to the corner house. They would always nail Jack because the grass was too tall in the front yard. Well, there is a slight problem with that, Shirley.
You got rocks in the front
Our
yard.
front yard is desert,
Yeah.
and our backyard is turf.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess it depends. Like I said, sometimes there's some HOAs that are downright great, but you don't see a lot of them, right?
Yeah, you want to know something? We have this before 9, after 9 schedule for doing laundry.
Yeah.
Monday through Thursday, it's either before 9 or after 9. Monday through Friday, it's either before 9 or after 9. Saturday and Sunday, we could do the laundry anytime we want.
Yeah. I believe it's 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. You could do it,
Yeah,
right?
right. And the HOE, here we go, tripping over my tongue again.
Oh.
The HOA doesn't allow us to have a clothesline.
Well, that I can understand why.
Especially if it goes up over the fence.
Mm-hmm.
But where we used to live, we were allowed a clothesline.
Yeah. Well, I guess it just, like I said, it depends on the HOA because one HOA may have completely different rules than the other. That's what makes it weird. Like I said, there are some HOAs. There are some HOAs that are actually wonderful, and others that are not.
Jack used to have problems with an HOA lady that worked for the HOA. It was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but like I said, if I had a chance to run an HOA, I'd be trying to run it right. You know.
Yeah.
But that's nice.
Yeah. Forehead's getting itchy again.
Okay, take it easy. What in the world? Listen to Doctor Who Prom now on BBC Sounds. They must have had a new one this year.
The Doctor Who at the proms, I think it's 2008.
Uh-huh.
Dun, 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 dun. They have the Cybermen going into the audience. And there's one little girl. She's like this, Shirley. Here, she's peeking over the, and she's kind of like this as the Cybermen march by her.
Uh-oh. Red Lobster is closing another 23 restaurants.
Any in Arizona? Can you tell?
That's what I'm going to find out. Let's see. Uh-oh. Arizona, 1521 South Yuma Palms Parkway in Yuma.
Okay, that's not the one up on
Okay.
Not the one here in Goodyear.
Yeah, and it does not look like the one I have here in Montgomery is going to close either. Let's see, California, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota, Missouri, New York, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia.
No Iowa?
No Iowa. Iowa is safe. Alabama is safe. The only one in Arizona that's not safe is Yuma.
What's going on?
Red Lobster restaurants closing.
Oh, Red Lobster.
Yeah, they're closing another 23 restaurants. But if you have any in Iowa, they're all safe.
I'm double checking that. I think we used to have one in Cedar Rapids.
Okay.
Oh no, actually we still do have one in Cedar Rapids. It's at it's over by Lindale.
Okay. Yeah, but let's see. All mine in Alabama are safe. Janet's only got that one in Yuma, so she's okay.
Yeah,
Um,
we have one down on McDowell.
Iowa only has 3.
Okay.
Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, and looks like over in Davenport.
Ah.
Yeah. But that's it. That's all that we got.
Yeah. It's too bad. A lot of these restaurants closed during the pandemic and they never really did recover.
That's true. I think it was the same way with Mike Taylor and GT South. The pandemic kind of really messed things up.
Yeah. Oh, I follow Jeb Brooks and Trek Trendy,
Hmm.
and he flies to all these different places. No, wait a minute. That's not Jeb Brooks. That's Noel Phillips. He went through the airport in Singapore during the pandemic.
Hmm.
Nothing. Even the lounge where he would usually go to was closed.
Yeah.
But oh, excuse me.
Your excuse.
What's your Mike? What's on your agenda for tomorrow? Anything special?
Tomorrow I'm gonna do laundry at about 5:15, 5:30 in the morning.
Hmm.
Well, I'm not going to call you that damn early.
Well, I'd rather do it early in the morning because it's gonna be like
Because of
in
the
the mid
hot
70s.
humidity. Right.
It's gonna be in the mid 70s that early in the morning, and I'd rather get it done that early before it gets too hot. I'm not going out in that blazing sun. No thanks.
I don't blame you one bit because it's gonna be hot down here
Neither do
too.
I. The
um
reason I asked, it'll give me an idea on when it's safe to call.
um at 9 a.m. Central. This is according to YouTube. Um, Nintendo is holding a Nintendo Direct partner showcase,
Oh.
and immediately after that, a um, uh, Indie World showcase.
Wow.
So back to back.
Ooh.
That's at 9 o'clock. I don't know how long. I think the partner showcase is 40 minutes. I'm not sure about the Indie World.
Okay.
So I will be busy for at least the next hour, hour and a half after that.
That's fine. Not
I'll
wrong with
call
that.
you at 1:30 p.m.
Okay.
Both should be over by then, shouldn't it?
It should be over long, long, long before that.
Yeah. All right.
All
So.
right.
All right. So anyway, we are getting close to time, so I'll just say this. Wednesday, I'm doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. I am really starting to get back into it again, and I may play with Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrain's character Spectre, because I haven't really had a chance to do anything with him yet, and I really like to, you know. But anyway, I'm going to do that on Wednesday, and then on Friday we will have Trivia Night once again. And who knows, we may find more porn stars.
Oh God.
Sorry.
Even my ducks like that.
Yep. Yeah. And also, I'll do one more reminder. Next Monday we will be off for Labor Day. We will do a show on Tuesday the 3rd. So, just give that a heads up. So, anywho, I'm gonna play the ending. So, bear with me, Growl. Alright, so with that in mind, I'm going to say love, peace, and chicken grease. Everyone have a great night, sleep well, stay safe. I'll see you on Wednesday for Duel Links, and we'll all be back on Friday for Trivia Night. So, love, peace, chicken grease, peace out. Take it easy. Later.
Bye.